the sign. So we are back. Hey, live stream is back. The first time now after the success in the beginning of the year, the last year, we started it with our reporting out of our rooms to reach all our employees when we had this pandemic restrictions. Now we are back here, first time from Romania, with another concept, Thomas.
Yeah, as you said, last time you might remember we were all at home in our home offices, and this time we are going to the locations. As Andrea said, today we're in Craiova, Romania. And so more and more you, the employees, are the stars of our broadcast show, and we will show our global team everywhere. And we start here in Romania before we go on next week already.
And we start this trip, the small trip, with our celebration with a few guests. But before the discussions, we would like to share with you the celebration movie, which we shown, I think it's just 1 hour ago. We showed this movie here in Craiova for all the guests in the celebration phase. So please just have a look on this small video. So our first guest is our CEO and managing partner, Wolfgang Kirchoff. Wolfgang, did you like the ceremony?
Oh yeah, it was a very nice ceremony, especially that Ford came with the president of Ford Romania, and this was a great honor. And we had many guests from the regional and also from the local authorities. That is really a sign that they really like our activities here in Craiova.
Wolfgang, what was your motivation, the motivation of the owner family when you decided to go to Romania 10 years ago?
First of all, as you know, for meanwhile more than 20 years, we were executing a clear strategy how to build up a strong position in Central and Eastern Europe. That means it began in Poland, as we know, and then with another location, not only Mielec as well as Gliwice. Then we moved to Esztergom in Hungary, And then when we got the chance and we were invited by Ford Motor Company to come to Craiova, to be honest, we were not invited. We won a contract in competition. We won a contract in competition. And the first car line was the Ford B-Max, which unfortunately did not sell very well, but it was a big package. We were doing almost 80% of the body in white. So it was really a good job, and especially the cross-functional teams out of Kirchoff Automotive, not only out of Germany, out of Poland, and out of other locations. They did a great job 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago, to build up this beautiful operation here.
What you say is we are supplying only to Ford. Normally we are supplying from out of one plant to more customers. So this could be a little bit risky. If you look back now and if you see the development the last 10 years, did the development match your expectations?
Not completely. Okay, we are doing well, as I stated before. It does not really meet completely our expectation, because our target was to contract some business with Dacia as well. Dacia is in Pitești, which is 2 hours driving from here, and a very successful low-cost car, as we know. Dacia builds this year 500,000 units in Romania, so would be nice to get some more contracts there. We are still working on it, but up to now we haven't got any contracts. The second is that we had some ideas probably to supply out of Romania to Turkey, because Turkey also has a remarkable automotive industry. But in parallel, we had to know, or we had to get to know, that Turkey has built up also a quite competitive supply base. So we are not really needed there. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that we will strengthen our position here, and that also for small and medium stampings in Pitești, our little press shop also will grow in future.
Thank you very much, Wolfgang. Together with us is today Eva Rademacher. She is in Germany and she is watching our chat. Eva, are there any questions to Wolfgang?
So far, there are no questions, but I'll let you know once there are some.
Okay, thank you. So before we talk to Stephan Lightskin, who is with us too, we will have a look on the plant, because in these days I made a tour with the production manager, with Cristina Antuzzo, and we would like to share this video with you.
Hello, I'm Cristina Antuzzo, the production manager. Welcome in the first Kirchoff automotive plant in Romania. This is a Craiova plant. Currently, we are working on 3 shifts. We have around 250 employees, and I'm going to show you more about our main processes on the next point. In our plant, we use different types of processes. So we are using the arc welding, spot welding, and projection welding. Another type of process that we have is the gluing. That means we use the sealer. We celebrate 10 years in Kirchoff Automotive in Romania, so I will present you the 10 years equipment history. This is the S01, where we produce the cross-car beam, which belongs to Ford EcoSport. The process involves the arc welding, and the finished good part is done once the part arrives at the push-nut station. The push-nut station means detection of a KUKA collaborative robot using also a Cognitive Vision system. The next process integrates the spot welding and the gluing processes. We are talking about the B pillars, the left and the right one. Good to know about this process is the fact that we are using an interchangeable tool to switch from the welding to the sealer gun. The next step is on the complex welding line. That means it combines two types of different processes, arc welding and spot welding. What you can see here are 5 welding lines together with a transfer robot, which are producing together the front rails. The left and the right one, which belongs to Ford Puma project. And finally, we are on the finished good warehouse, where we store all our nice products ready to be delivered to our customer. Thank you for your attention.
So now we are sitting together with Stephan Lightskin, our global COO. Stephan, because of the restriction, COVID-19 restriction, I think it was hard for you as well that you couldn't visit other plants, which you're normally used to do a lot of. How is it to be here now?
It's great. I really missed over the pandemic period traveling to the plants. Prior to this, I was every month I was 2 weeks somewhere on the road in the plants, and all of a sudden this stopped. So I'm really happy that I have chances to be on the sites again.
If you're thinking 10 years back, you were responsible at that time to build up the plant, to find people, to install machines and everything. What was the biggest challenge that time?
Well, after the nomination, my first thought was, wow, the people. It was, if I remember right, about 180 at the beginning that we needed would be the biggest challenge. But actually it turned out that the site location process, looking for location was the biggest. It was like a roller coaster. Because when we started, we were looking for a site offsite the Ford premises. Then Ford invited us. So we changed all the plans and made our layout for production hall here inside. And that was almost completed. Then Ford said, sorry, we need the space on our own. We went outside again. And finally, we ended up again inside the plant here. And I have to tell you, these negotiations with Ford were probably the toughest I had in all my life, bringing up plants and building greenfields. It's not only a difficult customer, it's also difficult to work with them when you have build a plant on their premises.
So this plant here in Craiova is not one of the biggest, but if you think about it in the last year, what was the role of this plant for you in the group of companies in the years, and what it is today? What is it today?
When we started here, obviously, this was the first on-site plant we had. So that was a completely new experience for us, including a lot of new logistic processes which we never have established. Also, this plant here was the first one where we had no forklifts on the shop floor. So this was kind of the role model, this plant, with interesting experience. Now, after a couple of years, this plant has also changed its character because now it's only also a plant which is supporting the second plant in Romania. So really, this site here has completely grown to be an adult member of the Kirchoff Group.
And what can we expect in the future from this plant?
Yeah, I hope a lot. So this is a unique situation that we here on site. So I'm pretty sure we will continue our business with Ford for the new models that they're going to launch here. And obviously then we will see new technologies as the transition in the automotive industry will continue, we will follow. So I'm pretty optimistic for the site here in Craiova.
Thank you, Stephan. Eva, are there any questions to Stephan?
No, so far there are no reactions in the chat. So
Okay.
feel free to ask.
So, exactly. It should not only be that we are talking, you can ask us. Before the celebration, I was in the plant and we thought that it would be nice not only that we as a management say what we think about the operation, we were asking the people in the shop floor and in the administration area, what do they think if they think about Kirchoff Automotive? What is the meaning for them, Kirchoff Automotive? And the result you will see right now.
Teamwork.
Feature.
For me, Kirchoff is the place where I came every morning with a smile on the face. It's my second family, and it's the place when I can share all the things with the team.
Respect.
For me, Kirchoff, it's a family.
It is a place where I'm coming every morning with enthusiasm.
Stability.
A great company to work for. They treat you with respect and have decent benefits.
Family.
Kirchoff is the place where you can align your work with your values.
On time paid salary.
A strong and supporting community.
Now I'm sitting together with Gabriel Porojan, the managing director of Kirchoff Automotive in Romania. Gabriel, when you hear this, that your colleagues are saying Kirchoff Automotive Romania is family for them, what do you feel?
Feel proud about this because most of the time we are spending more than half of our life at the office, and that is why it's good to have a good environment to work and to feel like a family. We are saying that in the offices we are not only in the offices, second family. You know, first family it is at home, but second family at work.
To be a good leader is not easy. What would be your recommendation for young leadership to reach this, what you have reached here in Romania?
First of all is to have patience, and the most important is to be close to the people and guide the people, not only demanding, but also be there as a mentor and also as a leader. But also important, as I mentioned, is to be patient and not to expect that the result will come immediately. Yeah? This will come in with time. It's also a good team.
With time, talking about the time, 10 years ago, we have heard from Stephan how it was in the beginning. If you think about the 10 years completely, right from the beginning until now, what were the biggest challenges for you?
The biggest challenges was when the production of BMAX project was reduced, and we need to have, and I need to have here a continuously motivated team for 1 or 2 years. But in the meanwhile, to prepare the same team to be able to start the new project, EcoSport, and to double or triple the size of our company.
And thinking about these years, what was for you the happiest moment when you were really proud of yourself, of your team?
For sure, I'm the happiest moment I have all the time when I see the team is successful. Yeah? So I like it very much to see that they are growing and they are more independent day by day.
And looking now into the future, Wolfgang and Stephan are here. What can they expect from you and your team?
At least to perform the same as we are doing today. For sure, the continuous improvement process never stop, but I think this is something that we can do for the future.
Thank you, Gabriel. Eva, some questions?
No, unfortunately, no questions so far.
Okay. So, but we won't stop it right now here. We have a few things recorded because we are not only the ones who are really pleased with the team. There was, for example, Josephine Payne from Romania. She's the president of Ford of Romania, and she said some nice words in the ceremony. And there are a lot of few nice moments. We had made a very short take about different highlights of the ceremony, which you can see right now.
Este Gabriel Porojan și sunt Managing Director Kirchoff Automotive în România, atât pentru fabrica din Craiova, cât și pentru fabrica din Pitești, începând cu anul 2018.
Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and especially all employees from Kirchoff Automotive here in Romania. I welcome you very heartily this afternoon here in Craiova to have our 10 years anniversary jubilee. We are very proud that we could make this step, first of all to Craiova 10 years ago, and later, 2 years later, or 2 years ago, in 2019, when we also moved to Pitești.
Welcome, everybody, ladies, gentlemen, honoured guests. It's my pleasure as President of Ford to welcome those of you who've come today onto our site to celebrate together the 10 years. here in Romania. But as I was talking to Mr. Kirchoff earlier, the history between Ford and Kirchoff goes back a long time, more than 50 years. In fact, so long that neither of us could remember exactly how long it is. But when Ford came here in 2008, we looked for partners who could come here with us and be successful together with us. And Kirchoff was one of those people who took up that challenge and came here and set up this wonderful facility that we see today.
Yeah, and if you remember in our K Live TV, we always had a moment where we were talking about culture, culture life, Kirchoff Culture Live, and we had quizzes and tips for what you can do in the lockdown time. And at the end of our stream, of every stream, we presented some live music, musicians who played for you, and we usually recorded that a few minutes before. And today I'm here with my wife Dale Kavanagh. Together we are the Amadeus guitar duo, and we played today at the ceremony a piece. Actually, what was it called?
It was called Kaleidoscope.
She knows the title because she composed the piece. And I thought it's a nice idea to have this piece played because Kaleidoscope, as you know, shows many different emotions and many different motives. Yeah, and for us it was a pleasure. I can say it was an honor to play here.
Absolutely.
Because we had big breaks after the lockdown, right?
Very, very big breaks. And to be able to play again is magnificent.
So we played for real people today, but also in the live stream we play for you at home, and we will show our little part of this piece we will show now, Kaleidoscope. Yeah, hello. This was our first live stream. I have to say thank you very much to Andreas. He did most of the work. And of course, the team in Iserlohn did a lot of work. And I hope you can tell your colleagues to watch our next stream, which will actually come from the IIA in Munich next week. And from then on, in irregular times, we will have new streams with quizzes and cultural tips always, and live music, and of course with interesting interviews. And again, I say thank you to you for watching, and I say thank you to Andreas, and you have the last word.
Thanks, Thomas. It's great to be with you again here. It's funny, we were not making so many mistakes this time. So yeah, it's because it's because we don't do the technical stuff right now. I think this is the reason why. So, what really? Watch us next week on Wednesday, 8th of September, 5 p.m. German time. We will report out of the IAA. You will have a look on completely our booth. There will be some explanations about our innovation parts, and for sure we have some recordings when Wolfgang and Arndt will meet Chancellor Angela Merkel. So this will be, I think, a very interesting stream next week. I want to say thank you as well. It was really a great time. I had a really great time here in Romania, and a special thanks to Cristina Antuzzo, to Cristina Antuzzo, and to Corina Manda, because without them, I couldn't have made it here in the plant. Thank you very much, and see you. Bye.
Care noi vom trece la următorul moment, el va începe să lucreze, iar noi vom continua ceremonia. Către final o să vedem și rezultatul muncii lui Bogdan, îl avem și pe display pentru a vedea toată lumea cam cu ce se ocupă Bogdan.